For mother, not for me.
I know. I know. Why she gets angry with me a lot, too. No matter what I say to her, she gets angry with me.
I'm retired. I'm home. She comes home from work. Usually everything is pretty good.
Right.
The minute she walks in the door, her attitude changes. It's like pulling the shades.
Why don't we talk about that?
I don't
You
know
and your
why.
mom.
I don't know why I do it. But just instinctively do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Judy, why don't you remind Pam of some situation or some thing about which you guys get into it, so that we can begin exploring this.
Or was it just recently? I'm trying to think.
Just
What
name
happened
something.
since-
Name something.
Okay.
You name something. Setting the table, feeding the dog.
Right.
She goes out plays bingo. I say, go win me some money.
Mm-hmm.
She gets angry.
Okay, but are you guys saying that you, Pam, get more angry with your mom than you do with your dad?
Yeah.
I mean, you just name it, and the attitude just.
What was it Sunday? I asked her if she ate.
Oh,
We
yeah.
were at a party on Sunday. I asked her if she ate. She said no. And then, so I just took it for granted that maybe she would go and eat something later. Maybe she wasn't hungry. So I think we came home and I said something about her. I asked her if she finally did eat. And she says, no, I told you no, I didn't eat. And she got angry with me right away. Oh, there was another incident, too. There was a baby there, and she went to wipe the baby's nose. And I went to tell her how to wipe the baby's nose instead of folding the Kleenex up into a little tiny piece and wiping his nose, that she should have opened it up so she could wipe his nose at one time and then fold it over and re-wipe it. Well, she got angry with me about that, and she said a few words underneath her breath, which I didn't like in front of other people.
What's happening with Pam right now?
nothing.
I'm asking your mom, see if she understands what you're going through right now, because you seem to be really bothered.
Well, she's crying again, and she does cry a lot. That's another thing we're trying to figure out why she's crying.
Why don't you ask her what's going on right now, what she's feeling right now?
Pam, what do you feel now?
Nothing.
That's what I get from her.
What are you thinking about?
Nothing.
Why are you crying?
I don't know, I just do.
We can sit at the breakfast table and it'll be the same thing. You ask her what she wants for breakfast, she doesn't know. So when I suggest the things, I don't know, whatever. Well, you know, I can't decide for her. If I don't make her breakfast on Saturday or Sunday, she gets angry with me. Her dad fixes her breakfast every morning, but, you know, I don't know what she wants, I'm not going to fix her something. Or if we're all done eating and then she decides to get up, I'm not going to sit there and cook for her alone.
But Pam, when your dad fixes breakfast, you don't have a problem,
Well, that's because I'm going to work. I'm on my way to work.
right?
Hurry up and eat and go.
But when your mom fixes breakfast on the
Well-
weekend, go ahead.
She's always making eggs,
Right, go ahead.
Well, after a while, you get tired of eating bacon and eggs all the time.
Then why don't you get tired of eating oatmeal every single day?
I don't know.
If you get tired of eating eggs once a week or twice a week, how come you eat oatmeal 4 or 5 days a week?
Well, that fills me up.
What would you like on the weekend, Pam?
Pancakes or French toast. Or something else.
Why don't you ask your mom right now if she'll make pancakes or French toast?
Hey, Ma, would you like to make either French toast or pancakes or waffles or something by the weekend?
You know, I do that every so often for you.
Or like
When we
omelets
get-
or something?
What?
Omelets?
What kind of omelet?
Wait a minute.
Doesn't matter.
Omelets, you don't like scrambled eggs.
Oh, plain scrambled eggs.
But your eggs have to be burnt. How can you burn an omelet?
Give it a daddy, he'll burn it.
I don't know.
We do switch off with breakfast. I don't always.
Excuse me?
We do switch off with breakfast. I do ask her if she wants it, but I'm not going to cook it if she gets up after we've already eaten to mix up pancakes, or I've made her French toast. But I think she's old enough she can make her own whenever she wants, whatever. Especially after we've eaten. And I've cleaned up the kitchen.
Okay, I don't understand. Pam, you're saying to your mother that you'd rather she not make bacon and eggs, and you'd rather she make pancakes or waffles or French toast.
Uh-huh.
And Judy, you're saying, I think you're saying, that you don't want to make that all the time, that you prefer to make the eggs and bacon. At least that's what I'm figuring, because you say occasionally you do make the other stuff.
Yeah, well, he prefers eggs and bacon. I don't usually eat breakfast.
Uh-huh.
So I'm making one breakfast for him, and then I'm making one for her. If she's there when we're eating, I don't mind doing it for her.
Right?
But if she gets up an hour after we're done eating, and I've got the kitchen almost cleaned up, for her to come in and say, well, she wants French toast, or she wants pancakes, or she wants, waffles. Well, there's the stuff. Make it then.
What's the problem then?
I don't think she wants to do anything for herself.
Pam?
It might be right.
Do you cook?
A little bit, not much.
So you really depend on your folks to cook for you?
Mm-hmm.
So what did you think about what your mother just said?
It's true. I just don't want to.
No, she said something else, Pam. She said that if you got up at the same time as they got
did.
up,
Yeah, she
that
would
she'd be
make
willing to do it, but she doesn't want to have to clean up the kitchen and then start all over again with the pancakes
Right.
and stuff.
Right.
What do you think about that?
That's true. Because sometimes I do sleep late, a little later than they do.
Right? And?
And I should be able to do something for myself.
Okay, but that's not what I'm asking. You know your mother doesn't want to prepare the pancakes. Let's just talk about pancakes. You know she doesn't want to prepare the pancakes if she's already cleaning up. Why do you get angry at her at that point?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is it because you still wish she would give you the pancakes?
Yeah, probably.
You do know. But you're mad that she won't. Is that right?
I guess.
Don't say you guess if you don't mean it now. I really want to know what you're thinking.
I guess I do. I don't know.
And then when your mother says, well, prepare it for yourself, what do you think about that?
I just don't make anything then.
Why not? Because you don't want to cook?
Probably. I just don't want to do it.
Why don't you like to cook?
I like to cook.
Right?
But in the morning, I'm not totally awake yet.
Right?
I'd rather have someone that's awake
Right.
to do it.
Well, can you and your mom come to some understanding? This is not mysterious now. You guys are understanding each other right now very well.
Well, it's not only this.
Let's not leave this though. I want to stay with this.
Okay.
'Cause we're getting somewhere here, you know. So we're understanding where she's coming from, and we're understanding where you're coming from, and I think you're understanding each other, the two of you right now. Okay? Okay. The question is, okay, given that you're not going to cook pancakes if you're already cleaning up, okay, and given, Pam, that you're not going to prepare the pancakes for yourself, okay, now what do you do with each other?
She'll stay home for a couple of hours, and then after that, she'll go out to the truck stop and get something to eat.
No, no, not on Saturday.
What do you do?
Not on Saturday.
What do you do on Saturday then?
I go clean her office where she works
No,
at.
but what do you do for breakfast then?
Nothing.
You'd rather not eat then?
Better not.
You'd rather not eat because you're angry?
No.
Because she has to do it herself. But yet, what did we have for breakfast with Wednesday?
This morning?
She's off on... This morning? Today's Wednesday? Yeah, okay. She's off on Wednesday. What did we have for breakfast today, Pam?
I had to make it because I
What did
was
you make,
hungry.
Pam?
1 egg, 1 piece of toast. That was it.
And what else?
Well, that was it.
Didn't you make another egg? Did you fry the second egg?
Only had 1.
I thought I smelled the second egg burning.
I only had
Okay,
1.
I'm sorry. It took a
let's-
while for it to come into the
okay,
living room.
Okay, let's get back to Mom and Pam. I want to just see what happens with this thing. What's the problem now? You understand each other. What's the problem about breakfast?
I just had to get up.
No, you don't want to get up early. If you don't want to get up, why should you have to get up early?
I think I need help is what I need
What do you need help with?
with preparing the breakfast.
What do you mean?
Helping get the breakfast ready. If she wants pancakes,
Are
to
you
help me
saying then
getting-
that even if you had already cooked and eaten, that if she were to help you, you'd go ahead and
Oh, I
make the...
probably would, yes.
She's spoiled.
Hold on.
I
You may be right. Okay.
She is.
Okay. All right, Judy. Hey, we're
No, I
making
probably would.
we're
It would.
making
If-
good
if-
progress
if,
here,
If
folks.
she would help, it would
Pam?
probably be.
What about what your mother just said?
I said if you would probably help me, you would probably get what
Oh,
you
yeah.
wanted. But when you tell me you don't care, and you
don't
don't, or I don't know,
Or whatever.
I mean, or whatever, I have no idea what that means. All I ask is for a decision to be made.
Pam?
That's true.
Okay, your mother has made an offer. She says if you'll help her, she'll prepare the pancakes on Saturday, even if you get up late.
No problem. We can do that.
Judy, what does that mean?
I
The
don't
look in your
mind.
eyes?
No problem is the
No
price.
problem until Saturday.
You don't believe Pam?
No, I don't.
Pam? You heard your mother. She says she doesn't believe you.
Which means I have to prove it to her.
Well, can you?
Yeah. Think I'm gonna try.
Excuse me?
Think I'm gonna try. Try to.
So, I mean, it's just like after dinner. Well, she does help clean off the table after dinner.
Mm-hmm.
But then she walks out. You know?
No, because I feed the dog first.
Well, all right, you feed the dog. But after dinner, then it's out the door she goes, or goes back into the computer, by the computer, and plays on the computer.
Right.
She doesn't help with the dishes or anything, or say, gee, Ma, I'll do the dishes tonight for you. Or let's take turns or something. I get stuck with the dishes every night.
Oh, I'll have to interrupt that on that one. The other night, she done all the dishes
Well,
except
she
the one
did
pot.
accept. She
It's
did.
on
That was
rare
exception.
occasions that she'll wind up doing the dishes before Judy comes home.
I knew you would come up with that
You have
one.
to, dear, because you're saying all the time.
Well,
And it's just
majority
this
of the
just
time.
happened yesterday or day before.
Yes, I knew that was going to come.
So you have to bring up the times that she does do it. Very, very rare, but she does do it every so often, and she does it on her own. I don't tell her.
Okay, let me get to sort of a core issue here. Pam, you agreed with both your folks that you're spoiled. Okay? And apparently everybody knows it. Do you want to be spoiled? Because that's why you get so angry, you know. Yeah. You get angry when you don't get your way.
Yeah.
And if you're spoiled, that means you're accustomed to getting your way.
All
And
the
you
time.
want to get your way. And if you don't get your way, you're going to flip out.
Yep.
But you work, right? Where do you work?
At a grocery store.
What do you do?
In the dairy department, stock.
And are you a spoiled employee there? Because they don't spoil you, right?
Right.
So you're quite capable of not being a spoiled kid. Right?
Right.
Very much so.
Yeah. So I'm hearing little bits of information about you that says you're really quite capable of being an adult, a pretty responsible adult. Do you want your parents to help you not to be spoiled?
Yeah.
Because it's got to be a miserable thing to be spoiled, because you're constantly feeling angry because you're not getting your way. And you're going to be angry more times than you're going to be happy. You want to ask them to help you to stop being spoiled?
Would you guys like to help me get not?
How can I help you?
Yeah.
That's
How
the
can I
question.
help
I don't
you
know.
from stop getting angry?
I don't know.
No, well, the question is, how can I help? How can I help you to not give you your way? Because being spoiled is a matter of you're getting your way.
Right.
You're being people doing stuff for you that you can do for yourself.
Right.
Okay, and so that's really the question. Where would they begin to help you to not get your way?
It can start anywhere.
Pick one, Pam. Pick a good one for us. Come on.
I don't know.
Something that you know. Let me tell you why I'm asking you this question. Pam?
Now listen.
The reason why I'm asking you this question is that, you see, if they try to turn you around so that you become a responsible adult and stop being spoiled, okay, you're going to fight it. The only way it's going to work is if you want it, which means that you have to be the one to tell them, okay, I don't want to be spoiled, which then means you're the one who has to say, I don't want you to give me my way about whatever.
All right.
You have to pick what it is that you don't want them to give you your way,
Okay.
even though it's hard. Pick something.
Well, like, fortunately, yeah, it's nice that Dad makes breakfast.
Right.
Because I'm in a hurry to get to work. That's
Right.
fine.
Okay.
I don't know where to begin. I mean, there's so many things.
Let's talk about breakfast on the weekend then. What can they do not to spoil you?
Well, I don't know. There's so many things.
Is this very hard for you, Pam?
Oh, I just do this.
You don't just do this, Pam.
You know.
You have real emotions going on there. I think this is very hard for you. I don't think you know how to do this. Okay? Let me tell you something an impression that I have. Okay?
Give me the Kleenex.
Let me just get some facts from you, Judy. When Pam comes in and says, you know, I want pancakes, and you guys are already finished, basically, and she's not prepared to help, okay, what's your response?
I don't think she comes in and tells me. Just
What does she do?
She just says, what are you making for breakfast? Or,
Right.
or if she sees that we're already done with breakfast,
Right, what happens?
then she gets angry.
And then what do you do?
I either get up and walk out and just let her be. Then if she wants to be angry, let her be angry. I mean, I just don't feel I'm going to spend my whole morning in the kitchen cooking for
There's
her.
no question.
You know.
Okay, she's asking you to help her with this. Pam, what can your mom do at that moment? You're feeling angry because you wish she would just make you pancakes when you get there. And then you end up getting upset because she's not going to do it.
I just don't eat them.
What?
I just have my cup of coffee and that's it.
No, I want it to be nice for you.
Oh,
I want you to stop being spoiled. I want you to start growing up at home, but I want it to be in a way that makes you feel good. Okay, and right now it doesn't feel so good. So let's think about it. Your parents just finished their breakfast. You got up. You love pancakes. You ask your mom. She doesn't offer to make pancakes, and you know she's not going to make them, and you get angry. How can they help you?
they'll probably walk out and just leave, let me sit there, have my cup of coffee.
Do you want them to walk out and just leave you sitting there by yourself?
They usually do.
What would you like for them to do?
Not for them, but for me to say, hey, Ma, come on, let's make the pancakes. I'll help.
Why is that so hard for you to say?
I don't know. I just did. But I just did.
You just didn't. And it was really, and you said it very well. You said exactly what you needed to say. How did that feel to you when she said it just now?
It sounded good. Very heartwarming. Then there's been days when I bake pancakes and she doesn't want them, so.
Let me be very clear.
We don't just eat bacon and eggs every
Listen, I know that. I know that. You guys take very good care of this young woman. She's got to do more
for herself.
Okay?
Right.
But she doesn't want to grow up at home. She doesn't mind growing up outside of home, but she doesn't want to grow up at home. Okay? She wants to still be your baby. Okay? Right? Okay. What I'm suggesting to you is that you can show her how you can still be her mother, still take good care of her, and she can still grow up. That if she grows up, you're not just going to throw her out the door.
Well, that's true. I mean, we're not pushing her out the door. I just want her to grow up.
That's all we're talking about. I think she's afraid that if she starts acting grown up, you're going to just kick her out the door, and she's scared to death. That's my guess. Okay? What happened just now was kind of tender. It was touching. Okay? I love the way she said it. Okay?
She did a good job of it, yes.
Yeah. I mean, she really did a nice job. What I'm suggesting to you, okay, is that you try to control your temper anger when she provokes you. Okay? But listen, never make the pancakes for her unless she offers to help. That way you stop spoiling her. But then you say to her, do you want to help? I'll be glad to make them. It's even better if she herself initiates it and says, I'd like to have pancakes, I'll help. Can you do that?
Well, I can try.
What's happening to you right now, Judy? What's the emotion about?
I want to try.
Okay. This is a loving thing that can go on between the two of you. But it'll be hard because she's scared. This is not an angry, defiant person who doesn't care. This is a person who's very scared to grow up. She needs a mother who's not going to do it for her, but a mother who says, if you're willing to do it, to help, I'll do it for you. I'll do it with you. And I won't do it for you.
Right.
About more and more things at home.
And that only doesn't mean making them, that means help cleaning up afterwards.
Absolutely. You know, something that says, Pam, you know, you're not going to leave the table and go to your computer. If you want dinner here in our house, okay, I have to know that you're going to help clean up. Otherwise, I don't want you sitting at the table. You're not a baby.
Well, that's it, you know.
But we have to find out whether she wants that. Pam, if your mom were to say that to you, would you want her to say it to you?
Well, not about the you know, you're not gonna eat at the table. No, I will eat.
Yeah.
If I had to help my dishes and stuff.
If your mom says, from now on, I need for you to help me clean up, would you want her to say that to you?
Mm-hmm.
And what if you didn't feel like it?
I would still have to do it anyway.
She's not gonna, she can't force you to do it, Pam.
No,
You're only gonna do it if you want to grow up.
right. That's what I meant.
Hmm?
That's what I meant.
Okay. Because see, what I'm saying to your mother is frankly, is that I'd say to her, if the day that you said, I don't want to help, I'd say to her, honey,
I don't get it.
tomorrow, I'd say to her, tomorrow, don't come sitting at this table if you're not going to be helping. I need for you to be a grown-up person. But if you don't want to, you don't have to be. But just prepare your own meals. That's what I tell your mothers to do. But what I'd rather see happen is for you to say, okay, Mom, I don't really feel like doing it. I'd rather be a baby, but I am going to help clean up the dishes. Because that's what I want. I don't want to live my life angry all the time and frustrated all the time.
Well, I'd enjoy having her either helping me with the dishes, even if she had to wipe them, and standing there talking to me or doing something. And I says, instead of me being alone in the kitchen doing the dishes alone.
Do you love her?
Oh, yes,
You really do?
very much so.
I thought you did. I thought you did. So I think what's happening, you know, in your relationship is that you're losing the opportunity to be affectionate with your daughter. There's too much fighting going on.
I just walk away.
I know, but there's a lot of anger.
There's too much anger.
Yeah, right.
Because no matter what I say, she gets angry with it. If I tell her her blouse is on crooked, she gets angry. I mean, that's if her blouse is crooked. I'm just saying that as an example, but I mean, just simple things. She gets angry with.
But you know what you have to say to her? If she gets angry with something like that, you'd say to her, you ask her a question. Say, Pam, do you want me to tell you when your blouse is crooked or not? Because if you don't want me to, I won't. And if you look bad, I will not tell you. But I'm not going to tell you unless you want me to.
And see that? I said blouse. There's sometimes with the hair, I'll say to her, go comb your hair. Well, I've already done that. I said, well, it doesn't look that great.
I would
So
say
she
to her, Pam, do you want me to tell you about your hair? Because it doesn't look, you know, I have something to say about it. But if you don't want me to, I will not. So that Pam knows that if she wants a mother, she has to say, yes, I want you to tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's your chance to be a mother to her, to take care of her. Okay, and if she says, I don't want you to tell me, And you say, I won't. Which means then she loses that little bit of your being a mother. You're going to feel bad because you won't have the chance to take care of your daughter. But she's going to feel bad. But you've got to make her feel what she just did. In other words, give her some control over her life. Give her some control over the relationship with you. So if she wants you, she's got to invite you in. If she doesn't invite you in, you don't go in.
Well, that's it. I just
You don't
had to
just
go
walk
up.
away. I'm saying to you, you say it to her. Pam, do you want me to comment on your hair? Do you want me to comment on your blouse? Pam, do you want to sit at dinner with us? Because if you do, you need to clean up. If you want me to comment on your hair, I will. But I need to know that you definitely want me to comment on it. So that each time she has to make a decision whether she wants to be grown up or a spoiled kid.
Okay.
And every time she decides she wants to be a spoiled kid, she's going to lose a little bit of her mother. Because her mother will not get involved.
We'll have to try this one.
Doesn't that sound good, Pam?
I like this idea.
See, because she'll be giving you the chance to decide whether you want to be a spoiled kid.
No,
Or an
not
adult.
spoiled kid, spoiled brat.
Spoiled brat? I like that. That's good. I like that, Pam. She'll be giving you a chance to decide whether you want to be a spoiled brat or an adult woman. And the more you're an adult woman, the more you'll have your mother.
That's cool.
But you're going to have to be consistent, Judy.
Yep. So am I, too.
Well, give it a try and we'll see what happens
Judy,
with it. Yeah.
don't give it a try. This will work if you stay with it. Now, what I don't know is whether Adrian here spoils her on his own way, because if he's spoiling her with on one hand and you're trying to do this on the other side, it's not going to work.
Tell him how I spoil her.
Oh, he gets up every morning with her and
Oh, yeah, I'm making the breakfast and making her lunch
Lunch.
for her.
I think that's spoiling her.
Oh, you think so?
No,
think
that's
that's wrong?
helping me get out of the house.
That's shoving her off to work, dear.
She'll work with him more than she will with me. She'll do things with him, but she doesn't care to do them with me.
Why is that, Adrian?
I don't know. I don't know. I ask you who's rough on her.